Bernice Buttman is a bully. She is street smart and discovered early on that with a name like Buttman, you either are bullied or become one. She has grown up with 4 older brothers to look up to. And although they are delinquents and daredevils, they have encouraged Bernice's desire to become a stunt woman. She lives in a palace on wheels parked at the Lone Star Trailer Park. Her mom has just stolen her lunch money and decided to move to California without her. Bernice is sent to live with her Aunt Josephine at the St. Drogo's Catholic Church in Abbey. This might sound like a chance to start over, but her aunt is a nun who does not put up with funny business. And St. Drogo is the patron saint of unattractive people, so starting over may be near impossible. To add insult to injury, the Abbey is in danger of being condemned if money can't be raised to make the necessary repairs. With all of this upheaval in her life, what is Bernice to do? Well, she could eat some Cheetos, she could cry, she could hit someone, or she could use her stuntwoman powers for good and save the Abbey. Read Bernice Buttman, Model Citizen by Nikki Lentz.
Is losing your family the worst possible thing? This is what's happening to Lulu. Lulu's parents have gone under a depressive state after a tragic event in the past. HSAM is a highly superior autobiographical memory.
People with HSAM can see memories exactly as they happened. Lulu's grandmother's memory is quite the opposite.
Graham seems to forget more stuff as she talks about her past.
Worried, Lulu seeks to uncover the tragic event that happened in Graham's past. Can Lulu uncover Graham's tragic memory and help her before she loses everyone?
Luckily, she has Vax and Olivia to help her. Find out more by reading The Memory Keeper.
Charlie hopes to find the last equation that could end the world. With the help of the CIA agents, they begin their journey across the world. Search of clues. Charlie Thorne, the CIA. This summer. How far will they go for the equation? Charlie Thorne and the Last Equation.
You like graphic novels? How about a good storyline with some really funny moments? If you answered yes to both of those questions, then you'll like New Kid by Jerry Craft. This story takes place at a school, a really good school, but it has one problem. There isn't much diversity. The main character, Drew, is new to Riverdale High School, and he first meets Liam. And Liam is supposed to give him a tour of the school. Drew is required to join a team for the spring, and he joins a soccer team. He also encounters Annie, who is a bully. He didn't want to go to this school. He wanted to go to art school, But you'll have to read the book to see what happens next.
Shine by JJ and Chris Grabenstein. Piper Millie's dad is a chorus teacher at Fairview Middle School. Luckily, Piper, a 7th grader, goes to Westside because Piper can't carry a tune in a lunchbox, and she doesn't even sing in the shower. Piper loves astronomy. She has a favorite scientist, Dr. Nellie Dumont Frissy, who was an astronaut and now is the host of Star Talk, Piper's favorite show. She does, however, assist her dad and his a cappella team at competitions, and everything is going along okay in Piper's life, although she does miss her mother. Suddenly, in December, her dad comes home all excited. Dr. Throckmorton from the Chumley Prep School has called to offer her dad a job as the new music teacher. Chumley Prep, the land of school uniforms and bad attitudes. Piper's familiar with Chumley Prep. That's where her musical legend mother was a star cello player. There's even a plaque with her mom's name on it on the wall in the music building. And now, with her dad's new job, Piper gets to go to Chumley Prep for free instead of paying the $45,000 a year tuition. So, off to Chumley Prep goes Piper. Will she be able to make new friends? Who will win the Excelsior Award? And what exactly will be Piper's science project? Find out all that and more when you read Shine by JJ and Chris Grabenstein.
In a memorable week for Jessie, a devastating tornado comes to her small Kentucky town. She's faced with the traumatic sight of her dad in handcuffs after a large amount of money disappears from his desk at school. And confrontations with a trio of relentless bullies escalates. On top of that, she gains a solid new friend, a mystery to solve, who really took that money, and proof that her Pomeranian Sam Sam has important hidden talents, and plenty of evidence that being autistic doesn't make her dumb, disabled, broken, or incapable of rising to the occasion. Led by her mom, who is deployed in Iraq but available for Skype conversations, and Springer, a big, quiet new kid who's quick on the uptake when it comes to meltdowns, good at respecting personal space, and not afraid to help with an investigation that ends up implicating far more people than Jessie was prepared for.
The butler, Carter, and Billy Colt. They traveled to the football field. To get ready for one of the most exclusive games in the middle school. Where paying attention is everything. And failure is not an option. Carter Jones, Carter Jones. Get ready to cricket. Pay attention, Carter Jones.
Hi, my name is Lynn Kelly, author of Song for a Whale. This is a story of a girl named Iris who lives life fully, even though some think that her deafness might slow her down. In her science class at school, she learns about Blue 55, the loneliest whale in the world. Being a tech whiz herself, Iris has a mission: use her skills to find a way to communicate with this lonely whale. Like so many deaf people I've worked with as a sign language interpreter, Iris is surrounded by those who don't speak her language. Though that isolation is frustrating, this smart and resourceful girl navigates through the world around her to reach out to someone who needs a friend.
Dulcie loves a good storm. These days, the storms are in her life. She lives on Cape Cod in a little neighborhood with her loving Grammy. But Dulcie wonders why her mother left her behind and why her best friend betrayed her. Should she hang on to a best friend who isn't kind anymore? A friend who is glitter, not glue? Dulcie meets Ronan, who is rumored to be a liar and a thief, a fisherman's son who would rather rescue sea life than catch it. Like the sharks he loves, he feels misunderstood. He's loyal and courageous, but angry. And he hasn't learned to control his temper. Together, Dulcie and Ronan explore Cape Cod and discover the differences. Between angry and sad, broken and whole, abandoned and loved. And Dulcie learns that sometimes the things you dream of are right there in front of you. Read Shouting at the Rain.
"12-year-old Gabriel Haberlin lives in picture-perfect Birdsong, South Carolina. It's a quiet country town with a 5 and dime, its own soda fountain, and even a movie theater. The people are honest and polite, and they hold parades for the genuine war heroes who are just coming home after World War II. But that pretty picture is nearly shattered when Gabriel is almost hit by an oncoming car, but he's saved at the very last second by a man named Merriweather. Gabriel thinks he's returning the favor by asking his father, who owns a gas station, to hire Merriweather as a mechanic. But as happy as Gabriel is to befriend Merriweather and his family, he also discovers a side of Birdsong that he never knew. Underneath the ticker tape parades is another world, where heroes have to lie about their past, and the bad guys operate in plain sight. Will things ever be truly right in this all-American town? Fans of historical fiction who want to be transported to an important part of our nation's history will love Brenda Woods' book, The Unsung Hero of Birdsong, USA.
Have you ever read books by Raina Telgemeier, Jean Luen Yang, or Jerry Craft? If so, best-selling graphic novel White Bird by R.J. Palacio is a perfect moving story for you. This story is about teamwork, friendship, and the cruel World War II. The main character is Sarah Blum, who lived with her mother and father in a small town in France. Sarah was Jewish, but she didn't care much until the Nazis came. They wanted to take all of the children and put them away in an internment camp. Instead, she hid with a kid from her class named Julian Bumer. They kept her in a barn. Due to his neighbors, Bumer's thought were spies for the Nazis. Dark, cold nights watching for the Nazis became a routine for Sarah. She barely got any sleep at all. At least she had Julian, who comforted her and was her best friend. Julian saved her life. After many years of pain, drama, and hard work, do you think Sarah and Julian will both survive the war? If interested, read White Bird by R.J. Palacio.